Well, hello to all you wisdom walkers out there, you who have been wisdom walking, you who want to be wisdom walking, and you who may never wisdom walk. It's so good to be here with you to bring you the astrology for self mastery for tomorrow and into Thursday, just over a 3-day period. Wow, let me pull up my thing here so I can see and have my little banner that tells you what this is about. There we go. Put that up. Yeah, yeah. Wow, it's been quite a time. It's been quite a time. I gotta make sure I don't lose you by having this be someplace where it's gonna fall away. There we go. Um, I don't know what to say. I was intending to get out some astrology to you um, for the middle of May until the end of May, but it was a little crazy. Been a little crazy. Yeah. Um, I had taken on at the beginning of April to really take on a wellness routine and get myself back into balance physically, um, mentally. My brain was fried. I didn't realize I was juggling so much all at once, trying to live from one deadline, self-imposed, by the way, to another. Um, and stacking things on top of each other on my schedule and not really having any time for myself to just go. So I cleaned that up, doing better. And then my foot goes into a tendinitis on the top of the foot, which was really interesting. I've had the plantar fasciitis, but this one was really quite interesting. So yeah, I just got slowed down again. So I've been laying on my couch literally for a good 2 weeks, probably a little over 2 weeks to let it heal. I mean, it was very good. I didn't wanna have to go to a doctor, and I knew stay off of it, ice it every 2 hours, put your arnica on. I did all of that. And so I'm very happy to say that it has really healed very well. I can stand on it longer than I could before. There's still a little tenderness, but it's definitely not where it was. So, in the realm of Louise Hay, you can heal your life with those wonderful messages that she has in the back of her book about the connection between the emotional and the physical. I got it. I got it. That, yeah, I had been stuck. And yeah, it's now time to slowly, carefully, patiently move forward. And I think that in a nutshell is really what's going on for all of us in the world right now. There's been just some horrendous, horrendous things that have happened with the mass shootings, both in Buffalo and Texas and other places. I mean, it's just been unbelievable how frequently people are choosing to get out their anger and their pain by killing other people, harmless people. Um, the war still raging in Ukraine. You got that going on. The impact of that, the impact, of course, of COVID and the variants growing. So it's really quite a very, very challenging time for all of us here on the planet. And so by really giving ourselves permission to slow down, to pause, to take a break, to breathe, and to really contemplate um, how do I want to go forward? You know, Not just where do I want to go forward to, but how do I want to do that? Do I want to be pulling my hair out and being crazy and angry and frustrated, or do I want to go, okay, let me learn, let me take it one step at a time? Yeah. So that's what I am definitely, believing that all of us need to do. So the astrology has been interesting, and we had our eclipse season started in April into May. That last eclipse and full moon in Scorpio, oh my God, yeah. Yeah, so not surprising for the things that showed up. But today, I am going to focus on this full moon. It's a super moon, it's a strawberry moon that's coming up tomorrow, and then the aspects that follow it. I will come back and do a more fuller, if you will, astrology for June because there were some things in um, at the end of May, I did want to mention, like how the planets shifted into different signs in the sky, and we need to be conscious of that. These are our personal planets, so we need to be conscious of that. And as I keep promising, I am going to do a video about the Pluto return for the United States, because yeah, we are seeing it. Yeah, it's happening. So anyway, let me share my screen with you and share with you about the astrology I have for you today. And of course, let me open up my comments. If you have any comments or questions as I'm going along, please don't hesitate to ask. I will get to them. So here we go. This is my little cover here. I wanted to share these quotes for the month of June because I thought they were cool from two of the astrologers I frequently use. First one is Astro Butterfly, who says June 2022 is a make it happen, that's a Taurus aspect, fast Gemini month. If at the end of the last month, Mars and Jupiter have lit a fire inside of us, in June, we're asked to do something about it. Yeah. And then Narayana Montefar, she says for June, it's about manifesting a new reality. As we enter June, we are still under the beams of the new moon in Gemini, which occurred on May 30th. With the eclipse season finally being over and the moon now gaining light, the astrology of June provides the perfect terrain to integrate all the movement that took place in April and May. While the overall theme of great change that characterizes 2022, a double fire year, remains active, the natal planets will be in stronger positions, helping us achieve more of our goals. Yeah, really, really cool. So great overview. So tomorrow, June 14th, we have this beautiful Sagittarian moon, full moon. And as it says here, this lunation, my favorite word, a supermoon closer to Earth and called the strawberry moon in First Peoples tradition. And the spiritual meaning is related to the gathering of sweet rewards. Yes, 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 because all of us who came through that eclipse season and the again horrific things that are going on right now and that have happened, we get a reward for that. We get a reward for that, and some of it can be just that you're able to wake up every morning and say, "I am grateful." And I really encourage you to do that as a conscious practice every day, to wake up and say, I am grateful. And what you're grateful about. Um, not only have scientists proved that it really does impact like your blood pressure, like it helps, it releases endorphins. So those help to keep the blood flow in your body rather than it being restricted. Um, and anytime endorphins show up, it's a good day. So consciously practicing gratitude for the strawberries. What are the strawberries that have come to you as a result of what you came through over the last 2 months of April and May, and now that we're here in June? It also want to share that the Sabian symbol, which is used in astrology to define the different astrological houses. So Sagittarian Sabian symbol is this bluebird at the front door. That's sweet. The bluebird of happiness coming to your door. So that's another mythological um, analogy that shows up with us and for us with this this full moon in Sagittarius tomorrow night. It's also considered an explorer's moon. Adventure, philosophy, restlessness are connected to that energy of Sagittarius. And also, as it says here, this lunation is also square to Neptune in Pisces, inviting us to pay attention to what is real and not real for us at this time in our lives. Allow the inquisitive spirit of Sagittarius to guide you in finding different answers in unusual places. Yes, 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 yes. Let me just look here in my notes. It says that when it comes to honoring this full moon, it's best to opt for creative outlets like dance, music, and meditation. um like, I really think that's so cool. That's what we do when we're celebratory, right? We're getting our just desserts. We're dealing with our rewards. We want to do a little celebration. So tomorrow could be that for you, even in a small way, even if you're just by yourself. Like, just set that intention to be in gratitude and to celebrate. To celebrate that you're here, you're now, you've made it through the eclipse season. Something has been taken out of your life, out of your consciousness, out of your heart, out of your mind, and new things are being placed in. That's something to celebrate. That's really something to celebrate. There were all these protests that went on over the weekend around the country of people saying, we got to get a handle on these gun laws. We have to protect their children. So people were out doing that. That's a big shift. That's a big shift. So there's, and in small ways too, things are shifting. um I also wanted to say that the full moon square Neptune will show us that there's a different way to achieve our goals. Now, this is really, really, really important message, because we get so connected, and we get so connected to what we think and how we think it should be and what it should be. Hey, Beverly, I see you there. Facebook user, wonderful. Um, we get so attached. That's the word I was looking for. We get so attached to what and how and when and where and even why sometimes something is supposed to be. And we are at a point in this year of 2022, this double fire year, according to the wisdom I keep, that's all about radical change, right? The last thing we want to do is try to believe that what we knew and what we did and how it was done and way it was done is going to continue, because it's not. And so, some of these just desserts that we're going to be, and I invite you to be conscious of an experience tomorrow night when you do your full moon ritual, or however it is that you engage with this energy, this lunation, um, that you really, really surrender. Surrender to a greater order and direction. Surrender to the unknown, to the mystery. Open yourself up to wanting to learn rather than, I got to have it my way. It's got to happen this way or it can't happen. Um, because you'll continue to be sorely disappointed, very disappointed. You'll also continue to be beating up on yourself because you'll feel like you failed, you know. Um, let that go. That's what this moon energy, with it being square Neptune, is really wanting us to get. So when it talks about what is real and what is not real for us at this time, I may have this perfect plan. It looks so great on paper. It might look good on a computer. I put details into it. I got colors going on. But what's going on in the universe right now is that it may not be what can be based on everything that's shifting up. So again, freedom, getting to freedom is us surrendering to a greater order and direction, letting go, staying in that gratitude. And then I just want to share this quote with you too that I got from Astro Butterfly site by an astrologer named James Burgess. And he says, "We get whatever we merit. Our worthiness is always rewarded, and the rewards are always apt and fair. If we have the good fortune to see a blue bird at the threshold of our place of dwelling, it is because we deserve it. This wisdom is the foundation of all wisdom. We get what we deserve. Yes. So that means we can let go of our plans if something is amiss or we hit a roadblock or somebody pulls out, somebody you were depending on for do something announces, no, I'm going to go to Tahiti and live another life. You don't have to feel like you failed. You can just say, okay, this is happening for a reason. And I've done due diligence, I've been patient and persistent. And so it's going to work out. It's going to work out. So again, celebrate tomorrow night, fall into the gratitude for this time that we're in, asking us to be grateful for the little things, for the small things. Like I'm so grateful that my the person who delivered my groceries came 15 minutes before I had to go on to this live stream. And the person had text me to say, I know I'm not in the time frame that was promised, but I've got 3 other orders I'm trying to fill. I apologize. And I text back, look, you trying to make a living. And I'm not in a rush really, because if he came while I was recording, right, I would just let him leave it at the door. But I said, take your time. I'm so grateful for you. So when he showed up, he was so happy. He said to me, "You're so nice. You're the best person I've shopped for today." And I was like, "Oh, it's okay. It's all good. Because honey, I'm great." And I told him, I said, "My foot's not good. And if you weren't shopping for me, I'd be starving. So I am so grateful to you." So again, we can, turn that lemonade and turn those lemons into lemonades. That's what I'm saying. When we come across something in life that's not working for us. Yeah. Yeah. So have a very, very happy supermoon. Again, when it's a supermoon, that means it's closer to the earth. Why is that important? Because the moon acts on our water systems, right? That's what the tides coming in and out is about. Well, guess what? We are water beings. When we're born, we're about, I think it's 96.8% water, right? So the moon does have an effect. That's why we have the word lunatic. So when it's closer to the earth, yeah, you're gonna be feeling it. And for those of us who are empaths, yeah, we're gonna be feeling it more. So just know that, and again, be conscious about how you want to spend your time. You want to be eating them strawberries, or you want to be ignoring them? Do you want to celebrate? Do you want to feel sorry for yourself? Yeah, I say go into the gratitude and dance and listen to some good music and enjoy yourself. Yeah, and if you got some friends around, then have fun with them too. It's all good. All right, here we go. Now, Wednesday, after that beautiful moon energy to remind us about gratitude, we get some interaction with Chiron. Now, Chiron is considered this wounded healer energy. It's a meteorite, it's an asteroid, it's not a planet, but clearly it has an impact in the realm of astrology and the planetary aspect, um, energetic that we feel here on planet Earth. So right now, Chiron is retrograde in Aries until December the 23rd. And the reason this is important is because Aries is what that sign about, okay, we got to take some action, we got to take some action. And Chiron's been in Aries for a couple of years. And that's what it's been about, our healing. Chiron is a wounded healer. It's about us stepping up our healing. Like we have to be taking it on. We have to be doing it consciously. We can't be just allowing ourselves to sit in pain and transfer our pain. We need to take on transforming it. We need to do our healing work. So as it says here, when Chiron is direct, we look for healing outside. We go to a doctor, we go to a shaman like me, spiritual guru, the coach. But when Chiron goes retrograde, we look for answers inside. We become our own medicine. Isn't that wonderful? I love it. To me, that's about, you know, And it may be you're still going to a coach or a clinician, but you're more able to be applying and using this information for yourself. You're better able to self master. That's what it is. So that's that energy. And again, because Chiron's in Aries, and this is about taking action, getting started, moving forward. It's really, really cool. So the aspect that we'll have is Mars and Chiron conjunct in Aries. So now Mars is stepping into this. Now, any conjunction with Chiron signals a healing crisis. And a healing crisis is where, like you see in some of these pictures, you ain't gonna feel good. You're gonna be, But the blessing in it is for, and especially because it's Mars and Chiron in Aries, it's a chance to heal the inner blocks to living your purpose, including those ancestral wounds that would block your purpose. Yeah. So this is really something to be grateful for. So many of us are really shifting up how we're experiencing our lives, what we want to be in our lives, what we want to do with our lives. But we'll come across these blocks. And so we want the support from the universe and however that shows up to help us move past that. So that's what this energy is about. And as I put here too in my PowerPoint, how to deal with a healing crisis. You got to see it as a positive sign of progress. Like it's how you're going to move forward. You got to stick with your transformational program, whatever it is that you've been doing. Don't stop it. Now's the time to double down. Um, you want to double your alkaline water intake. Yeah, yeah, because you're actually want to help yourself release what is come up to be healed. Yeah. So you want to be released. You don't want to be constipated or stuck. And then you don't want to be dehydrated or constipated. You want flow happening physically, right? And also in your mind. So you want to be doing some conscious breathing more consciously, deeply. And you want to get more sleep and downtime. Yeah. Like let yourself rest. Cancel some things on your schedule and give yourself more time. As it says here, too, a door to a new time is opening for you. And again, this one has a focus on purpose, moving forward into our purpose. Yes. Now, another aspect about this Mars and Chiron, because it's Mars, which is, of course, the representative of the sacred masculine energy. Um, this is an opportunity to heal masculine wounds. That also is very possible with this energy because Mars is in total alignment with Chiron. Yeah. And in my notes, it says it could be a notably raw yet supportive transit. Yeah. So again, if there are issues around masculine energy, whether it was harmful to you or whether you as a man were harmed or did harm, yeah, this is a good time for that healing process to happen. Yeah, absolutely. Now, moving along, Thursday after that moon and we get this Chiron healing crisis, um, we've got three aspects happening in a single day. Yeah, so it's powerful. But that's why I took just this block of time for you because I want you to understand this week it's powerful. Stuff is blowing up. Stuff is moving. The universe is moving us. So here are the three aspects in the single day. Just want you to be aware of it. You don't have to, you don't have to remember this stuff. You just need to know, okay, if I'm feeling disrupted, if I'm feeling challenged, yes, I'm supposed to be. There's something going on. And it's okay. It's okay. Because all of this is designed to do what? Yeah, to move us forward into our happy endings. So, the first aspect I'm going to share with you is the Sun in Gemini trining Saturn in Aquarius. Now, a trine is a good energy, it's a flow energy. And as it says here, now is the perfect time to reflect on what needs to be refined and defined. Love that. Taskmaster Saturn will also want us to consider what is not in alignment with our higher selves and ambitions. Assuming responsibility through reflection will be pertinent to being successful. Absolutely. Absolutely. So again, this energy is also asking us to slow down, right? It's kind of like the slow down energy. Yeah. And I think Saturn is retrograde in Aquarius right now. And this kind of a retrograde just means that, again, that, and I mean, any retrograde is that there's more of an emphasis on that energetic being, kind of slowed down. Yeah, yeah. So it's very interesting with that. So again, we got that going on. Really, again, discerning. That's what it's asking us to do. Discern what's in alignment, what's not, with our higher selves and ambition. Am I spending time on something that isn't in alignment? Because if that's going on, it needs to stop. Yeah. And so this energy wants to help us really get clear. Now, the next aspect happening on the same day is a really sweet energy of Venus conjuncting the North Node, which is in Taurus. So Venus is in Taurus right now. It moved into Taurus and it's conjuncting the North Node. What is the North Node? The North Node is an invisible aspect used by astrologers. It would be a point at the top of the moon. There's a south node too. And what it means, the north node, is this is about what is coming in your future. It's about your destiny. You can see it like that. Like what is coming, what's moving forward. And the south node is about your karma, what happened in the past that needs to be cleaned up or that you got to deal with because you didn't clean it up. But the north node is this again, we're opening up to the future, to moving forward. And as it says here, this beautiful conjunction reminds us that when we honor our heart, the whole universe conspires to make it happen. Romance, financial goals, and beautification processes are coming into a fortunate alignment. So interesting, right? We've got this one aspect, the first aspect, I'll jump right back, that's talking about consider what's in alignment and what isn't in alignment. Like, do that work. And then this one on the same day is saying, hey, your love aspects, finance, beautification, because that's Venus, right? Things are coming into fortunate alignment. So, of course, you would want to clean out what's not in alignment because the good stuff is coming in. And there was another piece about this I wanted to read. Yeah, yeah. It says that for singles, that there's a great possibility that you could meet the one, calling in the one if you're doing that work. It's a this energy could be a good day for that. Um, it says fated business proposals with perfect pay may come through. Artistic endeavors may come together in a single glorious stroke, stitch, or shot. No matter what, everyone will come into commitments that are destined during this conjunction. That's pretty big energy, right? That's like pretty big energy about that. And again, it's related to these things about following our heart, you know? Not giving in to the fear about what somebody else tells you you should do or what you're comparing yourself to, but really following your heart. And Astro Butterfly talks about, if you've not read the book, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, oh, you definitely need to read it. But she says, just like in that book, The Alchemist, our heart is our only true compass, and it will guide us in the barren deserts and stormy seas to find our greatest treasure. So this aspect is so hopeful, so promising, so full, so luscious. It's that good news piece that you've been waiting for. It can be that. Yeah, yeah. So open up to that. And again, do the discernment of the other aspect because the final aspect on this day is a square. And a square is stuck energy. But again, it's also coming to help us move forward because, as it says during this transit, we may struggle to see ourselves or our position clearly. Disorganization may be rampant as Neptune spreads out the multifaceted sun. However, the square can illuminate the importance of having several dreams. And that jumps back to, you know, on the 15th after the full moon, that aspect with Venus, uh, where we're having to open up to there being more than one way of something happening. Yeah. Like not staying so attached, but really opening up. And so again, that square energy is there, but we also have this conjunction and we also have a trine. So again, that's why, this day, the 16th can be pretty crazy. You know, Maybe in the morning you get some really good news, and then in the afternoon you're dealing with a challenge around, I'm not sure, and that's all okay. That's the thing to know that all of this is totally okay. But I wanted you to have this information, especially about the 16th, after that glorious super full moon of strawberries tomorrow night, just so you wouldn't think that you were crazy and that something bad is going on. Not at all. Not at all. No, 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 no. It's all gonna be good. All good. So there you have it. Um, I am welcome to any questions that you may have. I will be, of course, putting the references to the astrologers that I use for this in the description box below the video, which I'll do within probably a half an hour after signing off. Um, but then you can go and get some more information. I'm really pulling out nuggets of information for you. But like Astro Butterfly did a beautiful one about the full moon, where she talks about, the whole thing of illusion, and gives this beautiful talk about that. Yeah, it's really cool. But anyway, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for those of you who are able to watch the live stream. And as I said, I do promise to get back with you with some more information about what's happening in June astrologically, and also about the Pluto return for America, which is coming and really going to hit with 4th of July. Yeah. In the meantime, please take good care of yourselves. Remember, we are still going through a pandemic, even though there seems like we're moving around more, but there are still people dying from this disease. There are still people suffering long term from COVID and Omicron. So it's very serious, and we need to keep taking it like that. So um, just quickly flash some of the what's his name? This was Beverly Sagittarius just tuning in. All right. Yeah, tomorrow night's a good energy for you, definitely. And also Shaza Kuti giving me a beautiful heart. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, everyone. Be well. Again, be safe. And I will be back streaming with you very soon. Bye bye now.